Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
The sun hangs heavy over the Valley of the Setting Sun. The Valley of the Setting Sun is a Scion 2nd edition game set in Phoenix, Arizona, and starring Craig as Sir Nicholas, Slavek as Jesse, and Mitch as Gary. Join our heroes as they adjust to their new powers and navigate the tangled roots of the Scion community. Will our heroes be able to achieve their destinies, or will their bones be left to dry under the desert sun? You can reach out to us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM or on Facebook at Twin Cities by Night, where you can find a link to our Discord. When we last left off, it was getting ready for the Fight Club. Now we're gonna do a tiny bit of rewinding a little bit, because Gary gets back in. So basically, Gary, you get back to the castle after some time has passed, and you see everyone getting ready for putting up banners. You see at one point Jesse literally perform magic and just like bless the tourney ground to literally change the terrain every few minutes.
Interesting.
So yeah, it scene's on you guys.
I get out of my car, start walking towards the castle. What's going on here, guys? What'd I miss?
Who does he see first? Oh, I guess Gormagander would challenge him, wouldn't he?
Yeah. So yeah, you see the giant snake that is usually small and wrapped around Jesse's neck, and he says, "Are you here to fight?"
No, I'm not.
"Are your men here to fight? The tournament is inside." And from behind you, you hear like the berserkers going, "It was the Fight Club finally happening." Someone like, "Boss, Gary."
Yes, my men are here to fight.
Then you just hear like, "Yes!" from behind you, and they just all sort of they go up to the snake and just start fighting it essentially to get in.
While that's going on, I'll just go around the fight and into the front door.
All right. Inside, you definitely see there's people milling about. You see several human-looking people walking around, and they got various bits like some have armor on, some have a lot of people have weapons of some kind. You see a few like strange human-ish creatures that you definitely have not seen before, and then you make your way through the crowd, and you get into like the back room. Eventually, you come across Nick, who is currently donning some armor.
Looking good, Nick. Nice and shiny.
Oh man, this mail kind of chafes.
Yeah, but you got a very sparkly ass. That's what's important.
Yeah, so, where have you been, Gary?
So, I went to buy suits, and I did so, but I knew we needed some, magical bling. So I went shopping. Found this really cool shop. They had some good stuff. I ran into Koshi while I was there. He had a bit of a problem. He's pretty good looking. I had some spare time, being ditched by my friends and all. So I said yes. I went to this tedious little business award party to sniff out some sort of shape-shifting arms dealer, this Oni by the name of Ibaraki. I got there, I did a little snooping, got a number or two, had a little fun. And I started talking to this woman named Tai Ti Nguyen, Tai for short. It turns out she worked for the Oni and took me to their hotel room. I thought it was going to end up a little bit differently, but, sometimes life surprises you. We talked a little bit over some snacks, some literal finger food. And apparently Oni like to eat people. And I managed to arrange a meeting. Okay. So what's the plan for tonight with your sparkly ass?
Oh, so remember that lady that you, or I think she was a lady, that you set me up with to practice with at that Medusa club?
Kind of. After a while,
well,
we're together.
Apparently I have to fight her sister now. Long story, but apparently she ensnared this mortal guy, and one thing led to another, and I guess Fight Club's happening now.
Sweet. Is anyone covering it?
What do you mean, cover?
I mean, is someone blogging about it? You got a photographer here? Is it going to go up on the news? Is this on the, quieter side of things? Who's catering? Have you never run an event before?
We're kind of new at this. We got Tiffany as a judge, sort of mediator.
Dude, you're a Scion hosting an event. We got to have catering. We got to get a live DJ. God damn it.
I mean, we got a rock band.
Like an actual musical rock band, not just a gathering of earth elementals and stone golems and all that.
Gary? Is that you? Gary? Are you here to fight?
No. But apparently I am going to have to organize food, beverages, music.
Yeah, that's great.
What do you like
But
on
you're
your
not here to
pizza?
fight?
No. What do you want on your pizza?
Anchovies.
All right. Gary's going to pull out his phone and call the nearest pizza joint. How many people does he see gathered for this event?
He sees about 30-ish.
All right. So he'll call up the nearest pizza place. Yeah, I need to place an order for delivery. I'm going to need about, let's do 10 sheet pizzas, one with anchovies, one with jalapenos, one with pineapple, ham, and bacon. And the last 7 will do 4 pepperoni, 3 cheese.
Would you like any drinks with that?
I go, what?
Would you like some drinks with that? Would you like some drinks with that?
Yeah, do you guys have kegs?
And then let me check. What kind of drink would you like? We do have kegs, yes.
Like 2 of each.
All right. And then you hear like in the distance, guys, giant size, get on it.
Cool. How long is this going to take?
Okay, so if we use a big oven, about 40 minutes.
All right. Sounds good. See, park at the end of the driveway and ignore the giant snake.
Will the giant snake eat us if we try?
If they want to fight, then they should not ignore the giant snake.
No, just leave everything at the end of the driveway and I will come get it.
All right.
The snake will not eat you if you leave immediately.
Okay.
Probably.
Send Tyler on the journey, and then the call ends.
All right. And then Gary's going to go up to his little stash in the castle and change into a very appropriate Fight Club outfit. Something a little less flashy than what he normally wears,
Okay.
but still very sexy.
All right. So we're going to fast forward a bit. And so now the day goes by, people get prepared. And during those preparations, I know we said Jesse wanted to try to basically just do a little bit of a casting the runes a bit.
Yep.
I'll say that, yeah, you did all the preparations, and you have various bits of like runes carved into like some rocks you have arranged around you, and again you dip into like the ice in your blood almost. Like it's like there's you, and then there's like this almost like this current cold energy that's in you, and you tap into that, and at one point you look into it and you see it's like you see a vision. You see yourself, and you will know you're in some kind of combat, and you're not sure what exactly, but there's something like some kind of thing cover, like the sky is going dark, but there's no clouds or anything. It's like there's something covering you. So yeah, and you see that, and then the runes sort of like the magic sort of snaps back into you, and you're just left with this knowledge that there's something, some kind of covering is going to come to you. And in the meantime, so Nicholas is getting ready, Jesse is getting ready. So Gary, you've chosen not to participate, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, Gary's a lover, not a fighter.
All right, so if you want to, you can literally, as a Scion, since you chose the purview epic stamina, you can literally bless someone with stamina to be basically like they will literally last longer in the fight.
I was willing to bless someone so that they would last longer, but then you had to qualify it with in the fight.
I mean, they could last. It doesn't have to be specific. It could just be general stamina for all kinds of things. It could last longer than the fight and the fights, quote unquote.
We all know where Sir Nicholas's road is heading.
Gary starts blessing all of his dates.
No, doesn't quite work that way, but yeah. So, are you gonna try to literally bless anybody specifically? You can only do one person.
Yeah, I'll bless Sir Nick.
All right. Let me just double check. Yeah, if you can grant a +2 enhancement or ignore up to 3 points of complication. So basically, what kind of action are you trying to bless him with? Like, try to talk to me a bit about it.
All right, I'm not sure how the blessing system works.
So basically, it means that you sort of imbue your legend, your $1 legend, and you can grant a +2 enhancement to a single action of a type. So say, endure the pain. You can have Nick literally just, buckle down and have a bonus to whatever, trying to block blows or whatever. Or if you want to, or you can ignore the pain and just push through it or whatever.
All right, so as Nick's getting ready, Gary will go down and talk to him and be like, so Nick, I know you got a lot riding on this, and hopefully later on you'll have a lot riding on you. But for right now, I want to talk to you about this fight. It's a competition. Now, wearing all that heavy armor has got to be pretty exhausting.
I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah, I feel you. That armor looks heavy. It looks like it'll be very exhausting, Takes a lot of stamina to really stick it through. And I'm not sure you've really, stuck it through in the way that I mean, but, I'm pretty sure you've stuck it through in some way. So here's what I want to do for you. I want you to do really well in this. And with that, Gary will grab Nick by the shoulders. I want you to kick some serious ass. All right? So make sure that when you feel like your strength is waning and the exhaustion is setting in, think of me. Think of my sexy, sexy abs. And let them carry you through the fight. Let them refresh you. I bless you with the stamina to persevere through exhaustion.
Okay. I guess when I get tired, I'll think of you, Gary. And Nick is
just remember the discipline and the endurance it takes to craft these finely chiseled lines.
And so, actually, as you say that, even though the wording is putting you off, Nick, you definitely, you literally, you can feel there's some kind of energy, almost like covering you, and it's like filling your bones. And you can tell, like, the armor, we can still feel the weight of it, but it definitely feels like you could wear it for a lot longer now.
So, like, in mechanical terms, he might have removed the cumbersome tag?
Kinda, yeah. Basically, So, for all intents and purposes, that it means that if you want to, do some, run a lot in your armor and stuff, it will not, get in your way.
Okay.
But if you
thanks, Gary. Yeah.
If you want to do gymnastics in it, that won't help you. But yeah, that'd be epic dexterity, totally different. But yeah, and so Gary, you definitely feel like there's like something you feel like something click in you, and you definitely feel like you have left your mark on Sir Nick.
Don't let me down, Nick.
All right, so Tiffany goes up. She announces the start of the Fight Club. And first of all, we're going to start with, I believe there was a personal challenge issued out to you. And so we're going to start with Sir Nicholas versus the consort. So
is that her name?
I'll get into it. Let me set the scene first. So yeah, Sir Nick, you get up. Actually, first let me roll for the terrain.
Gary's going to grab a martini.
Okay. So we got a 4. So that is Taiga. Okay. So you see the turning grounds, which used to be just sort of rocky desert-ish. They set like the change. It's almost like this hills, like little hills and like shrubs and grass sort of come up, and you feel like this almost like a weird rush of wind is like this air feeling of like coolness and coldness sort of come up to you. You see a couple of trees pop up like fir or pine, and then they just sort of if you're outside of the arena, you feel the heat of the sun on your face, but then as you step in, the temperature drastically changes. And so you stand there waiting a bit in your armor with your sword, and then eventually you see a figure come up the other side of it. You see a fig. You can't make it. Hang on, she's wearing a. It looks like metal, but it doesn't quite shine like metal. It's something a bit different. And you definitely see in her hand she's got a mace, and you see like a dark helmet just sort of be lifted off her shoulders, and then you see the face of the woman you saw in the bar the other night. And so from the announcer stand, Theophania says, "Beginning with our first rivalry match, I suppose. On one side we have Sir Nicholas, and on the other side we have what's her name?" And then you see the woman on the armor just stand tall and say, "The consort. Sir Nicholas versus the consort. All right, the rules are simple. You fight until your opponent surrenders. Knocking your opponent out or killing them will result in your disqualification. Now fight."
After she says fight, Gary's going to yell, "Nick, get her number for me!"
What? As Nick's just standing there with a sword.
All right, so yeah, the consort puts her helmet back on. You could say it's again it's made out of the same like it's almost metal, but it looks more like it's obsidian almost. It's very weird looking. So she like just stalks towards you slowly with with a mace in her hands. What do you do?
I think I take up like a defensive stance, and I think Nick's trying to like let her make the first move to see what she actually is capable of.
All right, so I think that's you're going full defense. So basically double your dice pool for your defense. 4 successes. So now you need to roll your defense.
I think that's 2 successes.
All right, so yeah, that's you definitely feel like the mace sort of just crashes into you, and you block it with your sword somewhat, but you definitely still feel the impact on your armor, and it hurts. So I believe you take. I think you mark off of a health box. All right, so then you hear sort of like snarl, just like, "Is this all you have, knight? Are you just going to stand there and let me beat you? Good. I thought this would be a challenge."
Nick is kind of reeling back because he actually wasn't expecting it to hurt like that, even with all the armor on, and says, "Well, now that you got that out of you, I suppose it's my turn." And he kind of towards her and like kind of winds up with a big strike, and then tries to do like a feint and then slip it in with the point.
Okay. So give me an attack roll, which I believe should be like might and close combat.
I think that's one
success. All right. So remember, you have enhancements on your sword, so I believe that should give you bonus successes.
+1 enhancement, so that's 2, and then negate 2 armor and the fear effect. But the negating 2 armor only affects if it actually goes through.
All right. So let me check things. So that's 2 successes or 3.
2
so you have 2 successes. Okay.
Yes.
I'll definitely say, yeah, it's not quite enough to hurt her, but you definitely see like it makes a nice dent in her armor, and she reels back a bit. And she's you can't really see her face, but she sounds surprised by that.
At least the impact is doing something.
So yeah, then she reels back, and then she circles around you a bit. So. You do so. I gotta remember, you do have some advantages. Right then, let's make this fun. Then she goes into attack again. 4 successes again.
Yeah, all those would hit.
All right, so she hits you again, and you were basically you were just pretty much knocked back onto like your you pretty much knocked off your feet essentially as you go down, and you definitely feel that impact that time. So mark another injury.
Nick. Think of Gary. Think of Gary's abs. His sexy abs, Gary. Nick.
So yeah, you hear Jesse shouting encouragement at you.
Gary's going to finish his martini, grab himself another one. And as he gets back and sees all this, Nick, sweep the leg!
Nick's going to think of Gary's abs and then like try to like go up top with a cut to the sword, but then bring it down and like go for her leg, actually.
All right. I'd say give me an attack roll. And remember, each failure you get momentum. So I believe you have 1 momentum so far.
All right. That would be 3 successes with the enhancement from the sword.
All right. So that's definitely enough. You managed to, get in, like you get it right in like, the leg. You stab through the armor. And for a moment she just pauses, and then she just like screams and like just backs away. As you could definitely hear like a sizzling as from where the sword struck her leg. She just, you bastard!
Do you yield? Nick says, probably a little bit too much.
No, we're just getting started. Okay, let's see how you like this. And then she goes in for another attack. Give me that roll.
That's a whole lot of nothing.
All right, so yeah, again you get more momentum. And so again, wow, she hits you again, and again you go flying back, and this time you definitely feel like something broke.
How much damage did she get through?
Yeah, so I believe like each thing will add another box.
Yeah, I got armor with the hard 3, so I think she has so far gotten once through
Okay, yeah.
So is that like an additional success that she needs, or is that just like an extra
Yeah,
health
so for armor, it can work. It can
box?
either give you more health boxes, or can make them have to do more successes to actually hit you. And so I believe you went for more health boxes. Is that what you said, or did you
I
want
think
more?
that's what I have.
Okay, so yeah, again, like you're definitely it hit you again. So I think that should be like 2 health boxes knocked down.
Yeah. So basically, this entire time she's been cutting away pieces of my armor with her mace, just like denting it in, and it's just probably been falling off. And that last one, she kind of like got through in a place where there's.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that. Yeah, she's like banging, breaking pieces off, and then like definitely one got you right in the ribs. So yeah, now you're definitely feeling the pain right now of this. And remember, you do have momentum, and you have other stuff you can use. Like remember, you still have a legend if you want to try to attack her with
Yeah.
like make your sword water blade or something. You could do that.
Gary's going to pull his shirt up just a little bit and start motioning towards his abs.
Sir Nicholas catches Gary flashing him and then remembers, oh yeah, and he's kind of thinking of like some way to get around this because like he's probably going to lose the force on force battle. So like the kind of like winter forest right now.
Yeah, sort of like winter
is there like
forest slash grassy hill ish.
Is there a way to like basically spend or imbue legend to like melt like some of the water off and just kind of like encase her in like a sort of water bubble?
Okay, yeah. I definitely think you could totally do that. So yeah, that would definitely be imposing a condition. So yeah, you have to spend legend for that. So yeah, I'll say you definitely
okay.
For you, it's like Nick sort of like actually describe how does Nick sort of tap into his divine power to do this?
He probably goes like into like because he's still fighting like a defensive stand doing in the beginning, but instead of like really concentrating on like a full out defense, he kind of just starts muttering like a prayer and like invoking the name of like the ladies of the lake and all the way back like up his line and lineage, just trying to like invoke the power of those before him and the spirit of the water, and like because it's a Christian mythos, like the name of God pops in there a few times, and like it to the casual observer it probably looked like just Nick is muttering something, and then like it kind of just gets louder as like some of the snow is melting and kind of congealing and globbing together.
All right, yeah. And it's definitely saying like, you see the snow start melting around you, and also just water just starts to appear out of thin air as it sort of like begins to encase the consort. And for a moment you hear her yell, and she like thrashes at the water, but then just encases her completely. And so she is not going to attack you this time, and instead she's going to try and get out of the water. And she did not make it. So yeah, she is clearly she is struggling and thrashing in the water. She's not drowning, but you can definitely tell that she is like when she tries to get out of it, like the water literally follows her, and so she is clearly having a bad time.
Nick is gonna, because he has like water as part of his purview, he's just gonna kind of like, as this globe of water is just growing and growing around her, just like walk into it, and while she is kind of like suspending and like being thrown about by the water, Nick's just walking like he was earlier, unencumbered at all, and basically goes up to her, and because he has water purview, he can breathe and he can talk, and he just takes his sword and puts it around her neck and says, yeah, everything's normal for Nick, but she's just going around. He takes the sword and puts it around her neck and basically says, how about now, do you yield? And
so she like stops thrashing for a minute as much as she can. She just looks at you and she just glares at you. Like so much that if looks could kill, you would definitely be dead several times. And you see her mouth sort of work up and stuff, and for a while, and then she like looks down. She throws down her mace. It clatters out of the water bubble, and then she like kneels down.
I drop the water effect, but keep the sword around her neck, and just like everything around us is just getting wet at this point, except for Nick, who his hair is perfect and he's completely dry at this point. And Nick looks up to Theophania Jones and says, "My lady, the consort has surrendered."
And then you hear "Victory goes to Sir Nicholas," and then you hear like some cheering, and it is in the your audience stands. You do see Mel sort of waving her arms out and cheering your name.
Nick blushes and then
Gary
looks up
will-
to catch Mel's eyes, but
What will Gary do?
Gary will gently caress his abs. 60% of the time, works every time.
All right.
so Nick tries to like make this like meaningful moment with Mel, and like Nick sees Gary just stand up right in front of her and just gets like Gary abs in his field of vision.
Jesse goes on to congratulate Sir Nick.
See you in the finals, Nick.
Man, I don't know how much more of that I got. I mean,
I hope we have a healer on hand or something.
I'll kind of goes back over to the puddles of water and just kind of lays down in it for a while.
There's fights here. Go lay in some strange tubs of water elsewhere.
And as you say that, you see like a couple of the nights, get out, like bring out a little like portable tub with water in it.
Yeah, Nick's gonna go freshen up
All right.
because that power.
All right. So Nick's gonna go heal in the water as much as he can. And so, so Jesse, did you want to fight Finn in like a separate thing, or did you want to like have the official tournament start and fight him in that? Because the fight between Nick and the console were sort of like a separate
it's
ordeal.
a challenge. I think we'll see where chance takes us. Maybe like
Okay, so we're gonna go.
I think like if it's like the second or third round or something.
Okay, that's okay. We'll do that then. So yeah, the tournament officially starts, and you see several fighters go on before you in the first round. You see Kiernan and Finn, and you see a couple of more. You see them doing their stuff, and you see a couple of more interesting people to stand out a bit. Like one, it looks Vietnamese almost. You see her like just handily take down one of Gary's berserkers with just bare hands. And you see one really weird guy. It looks like he doesn't. It looks like he has like a a shirt that's a button-up shirt that's opened, and there's no head. There's just a spike or a little fleshy point where the head would be, and on the chest you can see there's a face, and the skin and the features, they sort of look somewhat Native American-ish if you squint, and you can definitely see like on the feet they're not wearing shoes, but you definitely see it looks like bird talons almost, and also you do see in the corner of what looks like, you see like a lamia, which is like a woman, like looks like a woman from the waist up. Normally the waist down it's a snake.
Gormagander, you into that?
And then you see Gormagander, having done his guard duty, he just looks at you and just, too much soft pink flesh. Ugh.
That's what I thought. Gary, go hold Gormagander while I fight.
All right, so yeah, I'll say that for the first round, you get set up to like, it looks like just some tough looking elf. You see like with the pointed ears, it looks, you got some tattoos, looks rough. But you take him down pretty easily. If he definitely knows, he knows how to throw a punch, but it's just no match for you.
Yawn.
So the next round commences, and so next round, I'm gonna roll and see if you get someone interesting or if you just get a regular fight. Sir Nick, are you still gonna fight in this, or are you just gonna bow out after like your first fight?
Nick had a spend legend for his amazing water effect, correct?
Yes. So you have no legend right now.
I think when he went over to go into the bath, and like before he never had a problem imbuing legend before into the water to heal himself, and now he's like unable to like bring it back up. So he's like a little worried, and he's kind of like thinking, why isn't this working? So, and there are several things if you want to, you can regain your legend if you want to. There are like you could try to do a couple of things. So to do that, I know you like there's either a fate binding or there's a sacrifice that needs to be made. Basically, it's like how does it work? You can do like a kind of ritual to the gods the first time for like a small thing, or you could do a fate binding. And then if you want to like later on if you use your legend more often, then the requirements to refill your legend will get higher if you didn't want to do fate binding.
So like you could literally this first time around you could either like ask your mother for help or you could get fate binding. It's still low cost for the first time.
Okay. I think for the first time, so this is like the first time like he actually had a spend legend, even though we're many sessions in. He's gonna just kind of like he's thinking to himself like, why isn't this working? And it always works before. And then like I think he reaches over and like grabs his phone and starts texting his mom. And
then you see like a
hey,
text
how do
back,
I
just
get
like I am
powers back
here,
when I use
and
them?
then you do see her in like this, like in like a little like a special, like the VIP box.
Oh, great. So I'm gonna run up and say, yeah, Mom, did you see the fight?
Yes, son. And I must say, I was worried for a moment. The Fae,
Yeah,
even though
I
I
was too. And then
am I used to be one of them. They can be cruel in their desires.
yeah, I was worried too. But then my friend Gary showed me his abs, and then I had this idea with watching, reminding me of. Anyways, I tried to do that thing where I bathe and then I feel better, but it's not working.
Yes, you are still young and you are just coming into your power. It is easier for newly awakened, I suppose, scions to overtax their powers. And then she just she just like sort of places a hand on you and just like you hear her mutter like some magic words under her breath. Then you feel it's almost like a muscle that you would try to reach out, just like it's like healed, and you can like feel you can reach out again and touch that power you had earlier.
Okay, so should I try it again then?
Yes, I helped you out this time. I cannot always so easily help you in this manner. There will be times when we will have to work harder to restore this. We won't. Just do not frivolously throw your might around.
Yeah, I didn't want to, but it was. I mean, I really couldn't lose that one because then I'd be,
Yes, I understand.
into her debt for like a year, various. But okay, thanks, Mom. I'm gonna go try it again. And so Nicholas is gonna like jump in the tub, and it should actually work this time.
All right. So yeah, you heal. I think it heals like 1 box of damage. I think. So yeah, that heals up. You're still hurting, but you're not as bad.
Yeah, I'm at 1 box instead of 2, but my armor's all busted up, so gonna go try the next one, but in just like the leather jacket.
All right, so yeah, I don't
you
say
said
for the first round, you also get like an easier fight. You face off actually one against one of Gary's berserkers, and 1-on-1, it's even though it's a bit of a closer fight, but you still manage to come out in the end without really getting more injuries.
Just to make it clear, when the kegs and pizza arrive, Gary sequestered 2 of the kegs just for his boys.
Part of the attraction of Scion is how the hands of fate can dictate plot and propel the action forward. Encounter-based games are interesting ways to experience tales in bite-sized chunks. If you enjoy this type of storytelling, check out our back catalog for games like 13th Age, Eclipse Phase, or Exalted for more encounter-based fun.